up, y'all? Welcome to Keep It Up
and Carry It On.
We are your hosts, Princess Gabby
and Tanaka.
And we are here to talk about a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and everything in between.
Sometimes maybe even you. Hey, I mean,
watch yourself, or you'll watch yourself.
And we just keep it up.
And carry it on.
All right, Gabrielle.
What's up,
What's up? I'm shit. That's what I'm
feeling.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Okay, we got the week split today.
So what's up?
Oh, just working. You know how that is, right?
Oh, no. You didn't know?
Well, I imagine.
I don't work jobs. I work jobs.
Oh, okay, good. That's good.
Yeah.
City girls up and one city boy up. Nothing.
Yeah.
You got that one, but just working, which you know nothing about. But going to school.
Good.
Yeah.
Grad. Yeah, I'm a grad.
Yeah, I'm a grad. It's in the building. Came from a college dropout to a college graduate. So, that's what we talked about.
Like that.
That's it.
And y'all know what? My friend said he was going back to school. He was going to get his degree. And my friend went back to school.
Well, also thanks to my friend for just pushing, motivating. Good job.
Because I, too, am a scholarly girl.
Dean's List. That's it.
Dean's List, like, twice, I think.
I ain't got that one.
Dean's List twice. A on roll once.
Okay, just keep
next semester starting at the end of the month. I'm sure I'll do it again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the month, right?
The 25th.
Thanks for letting me know.
You need to be there. Make sure you log in there. Oh, we'll be. And Will, you know I don't play that.
So you're talking about school. What are you getting your degree in?
Supply chain management. Well, business management, and I want to go into supply chain management.
Okay. And then what's the goal? What do you want to do?
The ultimate goal is to work in procurement or purchasing for either a big beauty corporate or corporate beauty or corporate retail. And I don't mean Forever 21. I mean like Aloe, Yoga, like Skims, like most people don't know about that. It's a very niche career field, but the money's there. Yes, we were about 13 or 14 when we actually met. And I wouldn't say we consider each other friends at that point.
No, definitely not.
We didn't become friends until high school.
Yeah.
About second semester, ninth grade.
Second semester sounds great.
Yeah.
I think
that's
Well, we had classes together because we had Miss Flagler. That was ninth grade. That was ninth grade.
Miss Flagler, if you just so happen to see this,
she probably won't. Limestone.
Because you know but no, you laughing about that. But that limestone education helped me in my most recent math class.
Did it?
Yes. I literally was taking my test doing. That stuck with me. So shout out to you, Miss Flagler. I would never forget. Shout out to you. Good teachers matter. Go ahead.
So we did have a couple classes together freshman year.
Yes.
And then, you had a little friend.
I had a special friend that he was obsessed with. Still.
Yeah. That was a friend and a friend, just so happy.
Friend of my friend.
But Gabrielle, I knew him first.
Okay.
Oh, well, y'all was in band camp together? That's
what yes.
You're saying? No.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you was the hot girl on the scene. I'm the hot boy on the scene. So I'm just confused.
What you said, birds with feathers?
Mm-hmm. Fly together.
Oh, okay. Thank you now. After ninth grade, we was click tight. We had a whole group.
Group TU.
Still have TU, FU, yeah. And we was party planners.
But that came later. Let's go to 10th grade.
Let's not skip around.
Let's go to 10th grade.
We were always leaders of our class. Absolutely. Anybody can vouch for that.
Never a follower.
Always a leader.
10th grade happens and we do nothing. Yeah. 11th grade comes.
Uneventful.
12th. Well, that's when the things started happening. The kickbacks and things like that.
And 11th grade?
In 11th grade.
No, because I was driving to them kickbacks. So that was 12th grade. I wasn't driving in 11th grade.
But they were, no, because, the boys that we talk about in the group chat today used to come to the kickbacks, but we had to wait till they got out the football field.
God, that was 12th. Okay, well, no, it couldn't have been 12th grade.
It couldn't have been 12 because then after that, because...
How was I getting there?
Yeah, I don't know, but that's because me and someone else had a birthday at Carolina Ale House, the new Twin Peaks.
Okay, yeah.
And then we went to the kickback venue.
Okay,
And then that's kind of how that
so
started.
that
So it's
happened
like
the summer before
before
senior year, and we kept it going into senior year and
and beyond.
Yeah, and on through.
And beyond. And so just really honestly from there, like I said, I went to Clark Atlanta University. Gabrielle traveled down to
Coastal Carolina.
Shout out to the illustrious Panthers.
Go Shots. Go Shots.
So, even traveling through college, life changes.
But we were still cool.
We were still cool. We were still friends. Now it gets to a point. Now
I come home on break.
We're 21. We're going down to 5 points if you're watching from Columbia, South Carolina.
Don't skip that. I came home at 20, pregnant with my son. I dropped out of school. I had my baby. Boom. Now I'm 21. I'm ready to go outside. I was already outside at Coastal. I'm ready to go outside in Columbia.
Now, mind you, November 21, next year, June 21.
What, roughly 6 months?
Precisely.
Yeah. Anyway, we used to go out to 5 points. If you know, you know.
Every weekend.
Faithfully.
Friday, Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Friday, Saturday.
He's supposed to be at Clark. I don't even know how.
Summertime, girl.
Was it summertime?
Yeah. Had to be.
That had to be.
Or when I came home because I had already
breaks and stuff.
But you know, I had joined the military. We forgot that part.
Okay,
but I had joined the military too, so I would come home on weekends.
Yeah.
And boom, so we would go out.
Yeah.
As well.
That's true. Okay. So we was always going out getting toe down, y'all. And it was always me, you, and Tatiana. Okay. Keep that in mind. It was always me, him, and Tatiana. It was 3 of us. I will take ownership. Okay.
No.
Let me not skip.
Dang you.
So one night.
You gonna tell your side or you gonna tell
my side first?
Okay, so let me tell my side. Okay. Yeah, because that one makes most sense.
Okay, go ahead.
Subjective?
It's objective.
Got it. So, mind you, those 3 names. So I'm here, I'm home, I get dressed, I get ready, I'm headed downtown.
We have plans to go out.
So I'm texting Gabrielle like, hey, you know, I'm on the way, like, where you at? She texts me back like, oh, I'm on the way, I'm coming. You did. So I'm getting off on Hugo Street. All right. I'm getting off on Hugo Street. I'm like, all right, cool, where you at? I'm at the park, you know, where we usually park, which is the Groucho's Deli.
You know where I like to stay when
I like to stay where, you know my hotel I like to stay in. So I go park in my little parking spot that, you know, I like to park
at the law
in.
office.
Yes. And so I'm like, bro, where you at? Where you at? Oh, yeah, that was what it was. Nothing. So I'm like, okay, let me just keep calling. Still getting nothing. Now, that's my side of the story. Go ahead.
Okay.
Because there ain't 2 sides. There's only one on this one.
Here's my side. There's his side, my side, and in the middle, there's the truth. My side. Okay. My job. I said I had just had a baby. So at this point, I'm 21. It's the summer. My baby not even 1 year old. Honestly, he don't even have nothing to do with it. Honestly. Okay, boom. We have plans to go out. I can't remember what I end up doing, but I do not end up going out. And this is where accountability comes in. I did not express to him that I was not coming out. I did not tell him that my mind had changed. I did not tell him that the plan was canceled. But in my defense, I didn't think it was that serious. Mind you, I'm 21. I'm thinking with a 21-year-old mind. I did not think it was that serious because in my mind, I'm like, well, I know he's going to be with Tatiana. So it's not like he's by himself. It won't be a big deal if I don't come because he has Tatiana with him. I don't know that Tatiana has not gone with him. I don't know that he is by himself. He did not express that to me. In his defense, I also did not express that I was not coming. Yeah. That was very slack of me. That was me being the bad friend. I will own that.
And this scenario, this night, made us stop talking for 7 years. 7 years.
We did not talk for it. I mean, literally no contact 7 years.
None. I mean, we were planning the class reunion like once or twice and then stopped. And then she came up with this whole big ordeal that I didn't want her in the class reunion group.
That's how we end up back talking. Boom. They trying to plan the 10-year class reunion.
Because at first we were supposed to be planning the 5-year.
That never happened. Boom. Now they like, all right, we're planning the 10-year class reunion. It is the members of senior leadership in the group. Now, among senior leadership is my very best friend.
But
Zakia.
let's hold. But Zakia was
A part of senior leadership.
part of senior leadership.
Just that it was members
But
of
you
senior
said
leadership. Yes, everybody planning was among senior leadership. Okay, let's go ahead and say it. Gabrielle wasn't on senior leadership. Okay, whatever. Who cares? I should have been, but I wasn't. Whatever. So my friend, they're planning. My friend is texting me on the side. They doing whack stuff. They don't want to take my good ideas. They not listening to me. I need somebody on my side. I'm about to tell them
Back
to put
up.
you. I'm about to tell them to put you in the group. I said, yeah, tell them to put me in the group. And I don't care if Tanaka want me in there or not. Tell them to put me in the group. Also, co-signed on me being in the group, as did Keisha, if I'm not mistaken. Boom,
I'll go back
add
and
me
look.
in the group. It don't matter what he think. I'm in the group now. So boom, I'm in the group. We planning. We're talking around each other.
Every single time.
Every single time. We never talk directly to each other.
And she said something to me one day. I said, what?
Around. I said, oh, okay. Still holding on to old news. I gave it to him though, because I can admit what I did was wrong. I'll hold on to that. Boom. So we planning. Eventually in the planning process, we started talking to each other just a little bit.
Like a smidge.
Literally a smidge.
And I'm probably being nasty.
You wasn't, because I would have been
Okay.
nasty back.
You probably were.
Maybe I was. Maybe I wasn't.
So nasty and so rude.
So nasty and so rude. Anyway.
Why you pause, girl? I need help. I go off a few because I think.
Okay. So yes, so we're talking just a tiny bit in the group, and we're planning the family reunion, the class reunion.
That never happens, by the way.
It never happens because boom, tragedy strikes. Our link, Zakia, passes away. Totally unexpectedly. Boom, that happens. Tanaka comes straight from Atlanta. He gets to Atlanta for the funeral. We back like we never left. Literally. I mean just like that.
Literally.
I was supposed to pick him up from the bus station. I mean, everything. As if we had never stopped talking.
Yeah.
And that was 2 years ago. And now?
This week, 2 years ago.
Actually, yes. This week. Oh,
really 2 years ago.
Yes. I got chills. This week, 2 years ago. That is so crazy.
And you know what? Guess what we're still doing? Keeping up.
And carrying on.
Still carrying on.
Yes, we are. We back on track. We got our friendship back to where it needed to be. Yeah. How would you say you maintain our friendship?
Okay, so speaking of that, I think because at first we were slightly partying a little bit, knocking the edge off. Yeah, no, it was a lot. It was a lot, actually.
Slightly. It was a lot.
It was okay. Because at this point, I didn't technically have a job. I was kind of getting back in the group, get a job. But we were also going to the gym because we talked about, as we were rekindling, we also talked about what did life moving forward look like. We were about to start turning 30. Well, her first. But we were about to start turning 30 and things of that nature. So what did that look like? And going to school was one of our things, our biggest things.
Because I had quit my job.
She quit her job. So getting into the gym,
fired.
Same thing. Tomato. We talked about going to the gym and getting a little bit more fit. We talked about
I was a fat ass curly fries.
Exploring restaurants and things of that nature. So I think we've kind of really done all of the above. I did go to the gym, but what happened? I didn't think so.
Gut.
Yeah. I did put on a couple pounds, but it's good pounds.
Just a few. Happy weight.
Happy. Sure. To be continued on that one.
Don't laugh too hard.
Okay. So I think going to the gym, going out, things of that nature. I think our big group chat also helped as well with the other friends and some of that are not friends. Just
perfectly fine. We're not missing out. Y'all are. We're not.
So I think that's how the friendship is maintained. Thoughts?
I think that honestly, I feel like we really just fell back into the swing of things.
Yeah.
But at 28 instead of
21.
I think that we have similar interests, which makes it easy to maintain the friendship.
And you know what? You know what's a big thing is that like there's no competition. And so I think it's because that like I'm a guy, you're a woman, so it's like we're not competing. For one, we're not competing for the same thing.
We're teammates.
We're teammates. Hello.
You know.
So it's just like we don't have to do that. And I think sometimes even with girls and like girls that have had like other homegirls and they get to a point where they fall out or something like that, like kind of like they're competing. And I think the same thing with men as well. Like no, it doesn't matter.
In friendship?
Yes, absolutely, 100%. And I'll say, well, we'll say that. But yes, men do compete in friendships as well. They always want to be the best homeboy. They always want to be the homeboy that everybody can call. And then you want to brag about the homeboy, like, but we're like, we'll talk about that.
Let me say this. Please don't make me a homegirl you always want to somebody else. Don't call me every time. I love my friends. And I also think an important part of maintaining your friendships is understanding that you have certain friends for certain things. I feel like you do have all-purpose friends, but I also feel like you have a friend you can go out with. You can have a friend that you can call and vent about your man. You can have a friend that you can call and vent about your kids. You have a friend that you can call to do all these different things. But
certain friends are for certain people at certain times in certain places in certain situations.
Exactly. And I think that comes, I feel like people who put their all into one friend, maybe this is a hot take, they lack maturity. I think that you have to understand that everything ain't for everybody. And I think that you also can't down your friend because they're not that person for this thing. You know what I mean?
I agree only to a certain extent that like when you say like an all-purposeful friend, like that's me. I'm an all-purpose friend.
I think you are.
I'm self-rising. I'm all-purpose. I got comic flower.
Okay, all-purpose flower. You want some bread? Okay, you want some gravy?
What do you need? I can do it.
Yes.
I do think that I'm multi-purposeful. Like when it comes to friendships, like but that's just something that I kind of like learned. But that's once again, that's just the kind of person that I am. Even when we're getting to like relationships, we talk about other things,
or even with your family,
or even with my family. Like I'm still that type of person. You can call me at any time, but it's important, like you stated before, to know to have those friends. Like you got to know who to call, when to call, how to call, why to call. And I think that's one of the most important things as far as like maintaining that friendship with one another.
So I have a question.
Okay.
How would you say you maintain your friendships with your friends that live out of state?
Most of my friends are to me, and that's not really with my outside friends. That's with my friends in state as well. So like, I could be out and not tell you that I'm out, but it's like it's okay. But where I am because you can still pull up.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, you'll pull up.
That location and that close friends. As long as I got them two things, we good. Because I'll even bring up Denzel. I'll even bring up Denzel. Denzel is so good about posting in his close friends. A lot of times, because Denzel is our friend who lives in New York. And I feel like Denzel does such a good job of, I wish he was here for this.
Like engaging
everybody and still like, keeping people in the loop without you having to be there with him
or face to
face or texting or
texting every day, calling
exactly.
every day.
And like
he's
you said,
not good at calling, not answering that phone.
He does not.
But he will post.
But he don't answer that phone because you can call him to holler. My friend don't want to holler.
You be calling the holler.
I call the holler too.
Oh, dang it.
But he don't want to do that. Not all the time. But what I will also say about Denzel is, or just period, with, like you said, the group chat. The group chat really does a good job of keeping us all really connected.
Mhm.
Like people ask me all the time, like, "Dang, like, when the last time you talked to Denzel? When the last time you heard from Denzel?"
Couple minutes ago.
Hours ago.
What,
A
maybe
couple minutes ago, I talked to
couple
Denzel.
seconds ago, depends on.
I talk to Denzel almost every single day.
Yeah.
And I think it's just important. We have to value
The
that.
friendship.
Like that takes effort.
While it does, you also have to realize and understand that we're growing up. And so
grown.
and we're grown. Number one, we're grown.
We're
and
grown
we're still
properly.
growing up in the process of being grown and being adults. And so at that point, what that means is that like everyone has busy lives. Like I can't call you and text you and answer the phone for you all day, every day. You know, however, you do have to make those strides. Like, so if you value the friendship like I do, or if you value the friendship, then you should make those strides to do the same thing. Now, do you have to do it every day and all day? At least check in on your friend, you know, every now and again. But if it's your friend, like every now and again means at least once or twice a week for me, you know. But I'm also okay because I have a friend, Moan, shout out. I don't talk to Moan every day. I don't talk to Moan every day. I might not talk to Moan in a week. I probably ain't talked to Moan in 2 weeks since I left Atlanta, right? But that does not mean that we are not good friends. Like there's no love lost. It's nothing like that. We just really don't like. I'm busy with my life here. He's busy with his life there.
I say
You know.
Denzel.
So
like even when the last time he came home for the kid's funeral, me, you, and him, and we did not miss a beat, honey.
didn't miss a
It
beat.
had been 3.5 years since I had seen Denzel.
Well, honestly, at that point, me and Denzel
wasn't even talking. And that is true.
we wasn't
that's
even talking
true.
until then.
And it really sucks that that's what it took to bring us all back together. But again, I think everything happens for a reason, and I hate that.
That was the reason.
That was the reason, because just how you have Tiaja and whatever, that was my best friend, but her death brought. I feel like she made that. God, there was some divine intervention to make sure. Okay, I know she's leaving,
but this is other people.
Let me make sure I bring not the same thing, but close enough.
Yeah.
You know, to give me, because I will say, and your Flowers friend, you really held that first year.
Yeah.
After she passed, you held me down.
Yeah.
We was hanging out all the time. We was calling, texting. We was going out to eat, going to the gym. Yeah. That whole, if y'all remember when I first started my gym, my fitness journey, that was because of Tanaka. Tanaka got me going to the gym. I was on Tanaka's guest pass for a long time. And we would go to that gym. I would drive from Lexington to Two Notch, pick him up. We would go to the Two Notch Planet Fitness. We would work out. I would take him to work at the Chili. I would eat for free ski.
I don't want any more cheers.
Chill. And I almost had me a job at the Chill.
No, you did have a job. You didn't
show up. I changed my mind. Sorry. But you really did hold me down. And I will say, if I did not have Tanaka, because it's one, because I got my man, I got my son, I got my family, but you need your friend.
You do need.
And it's nothing like having. I was just talking about this earlier. I love the fact that most of my real friends have seen me through every stage of life. They saw me as a child. They saw me as a teenager. They saw me in college. They saw me pregnant. They saw me through motherhood. They saw me now navigating life after becoming a mom, like all aspects of my life.
Yeah.
And I feel like that gives you a different type of insight into that person.
And it's definitely a different type of dynamic, And, as far as like just being there for you, like I feel like that's why I was here. That's why I was like supposed to be here. And like, although I wasn't living here, but then I started living here and it's like, well, hell, we here now. So like,
might as well make
roll with the punches and you make the best of it and you pivot from there. And you pivot for those that you love and you make sacrifices for those that you love as well. And so it really just kind of just literally just goes from there.
I like that
and so, you definitely have to pivot. And so like, I'm not mad or ashamed or anything like that about, the journey from the last, 2 years. I just do believe that everything happens for a reason. And sometimes the reasons are good. Sometimes the reasons are not so good, but they just happen. And you literally have to learn how to drive on from there.
So what do you what would you give? What kind of advice would you give to somebody who has gone through a major life change and but still wants that friendship dynamic? Like,
I think that's a question for you.
okay, yeah, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
So I'll use this as an example. This is something I see a lot. I see a lot of girls, and some, I'm not even going to just limit it to women. Let me not say girls, women and men. One major life change that I always see people say they lose their friends over is having kids, getting pregnant and having kids. So many times I see like posts or people like say, you know, you find out who your friends really are when you get pregnant, or you find out who your friends really are when you have kids. And I can say this: I was the first one, but in our grown adult years, I was the first one to have a baby out of everybody. And I will really say, I don't think my friends missed a beat. But I think that also comes from understanding the kind of friends you have. You have surface level friends. Are you friends with just people you can go out with? Because I have some friendships where I realized, okay, this is surface level. Like a lot of my friends, no shade. A lot of the friends that I made in college, after I got pregnant and came home, I ain't talked to them no more. Ever again. But those friendships were surface level. So, insight input from the producer. Do you think that friends distance themselves from you because you're pregnant or because you had a child, or do they just not know how to deal with you or deal with the situation since it's so different from what they're used to or what they're currently dealing with?
So I think that it's a difference. So it's a conglomerate of both. So understanding that you're 20, turning 21, and you're pregnant, you're moving back home. I'm 20, about to be a junior, and I'm still in college. So I'm still partying it. I'm still having fun.
I have no
Like,
responsibility.
I have no responsibilities. I don't have any care in the world, but based off what I've been doing for the last 2 years and
With
what
you.
I'm looking forward to doing with the next 2 years. Now, it was with you before, but now you're gone, so it's without you. Like, sorry, boohoo, whatever.
Not
And it
left-
sucks, but it's just more so like we're literally not on the same level.
Yeah.
We're just on different levels at this point. Like, you're being a mother, I'm being a college student. That's just really it. And so I am not in the same boat as you, and I don't, not that I don't plan to be on the same boat, but I'm just not in the same boat as you. So now we're not technically swimming together.
Yes and no. And I only say that because I had both sides of that. I had friends in college when I was at Coastal, we would hang out every day, all day. We did everything together. I would have considered them maybe not my best friends, but we were really, really good friends.
Absolutely.
And then I came home and now I'm pregnant and now life's different and I have all these new responsibilities and now I gotta get a job. And now I'm living back home with my mama. And now everything is different and everything is new. But then I still have my friends from back home who dealt with it in stride, like Zakia. Zakia didn't have any kids. Zakia didn't have kids until about 2 years after I did. So she's still young and turned and outside and doing all the things, but she never made me feel like, mm-mm.
But you know the key word that you said? My friends back home. So they have another choice. Like everything is back good. They can see you every day. They don't have to.
Zakia was at Princess Marion. She had come home this semester before I got pregnant.
Okay, but still, like that.
She's
Okay,
home.
so but she's home.
Mhm.
And your friends are back home, so it's
Mhm.
kind of like you're going back to what was now the new normals.
Yeah.
Now we're dealing with the new normal. We are talking about the friends that are 3 hours away because if I'm in college, where I'm going 3 hours away to just go see Gabrielle.
Yeah, and I'm not. I'm pregnant, and
what
I
you
just
gonna
had
do
this
for me?
baby. I'm not coming 3 hours
You're
up
not,
here.
and you're not going to turn me up in
What's so
Columbia.
crazy is I actually tried to, after I had Gavin, I went back to Coastal for homecoming. I had a horrible time. From start to finish, I had a horrible time.
Why?
It was just completely different than what I had become accustomed to, and that just completely different what I wanted to deal with. It was just stuff going on. You know, life goes on
Right.
without you. So things had changed there. There were new people around, people changed, and I just wasn't feeling the vibes. And I remember saying the entire time I was there, I am never coming back here, and I probably will never hang out with these people again. And that wasn't completely true for everybody,
Right.
but for Coastal as a whole, I'm done. I don't ever have to come back.
And I think that's just basically because there were, like you said, you had new responsibilities. Like, you know, of course it was great going out, getting drunk at 20 and 21 when you didn't have a child at home because you didn't have nobody to take care of. Maybe you were breastfeeding. Maybe you had to be alert. Because if something happened, how were you going to get back? How were you going to get from Coastal Carolina all the way back to Columbia if something was to happen? Or, you know, you're not 10 minutes down the street. You're not 30 minutes down the street. You're 3 hours down the street. So I think it's,
2.5.
2.5, 3. You get out of parking and all of that.
Traffic.
You know, little traffic. So I think it was like new responsibilities that you gain
Yeah.
that you had no other choice but to deliver on. So things were not going to be the same.
And you can't expect for your friends to fall into the swing of things like how you do. You can't expect that out of people. That's a big ask. If they don't have to,
Not going to.
they're not going to. Or if they don't want to, they're not going to.
But also, a good friend would also either one have that conversation or they would try to adjust accordingly with you.
That's true too. And
that's
again,
okay.
and that's a good friend.
And that's just a good friend. But we're going to talk about more on friendship as we continue keeping up and carrying on, because I'm sure that there's going to be some things that happen in our lives within the next month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, you know.
And who knows?
And
We
who
might
knows?
even bring some special guests to weigh in on this conversation again.
But we do need y'all to like, comment, subscribe, follow. You can follow me on Instagram at tanaka.phillips.crumpton, and you can follow
me at Gabby So Golden on Instagram. Facebook, Gabrielle Anye.
Facebook. Don't follow me.
Okay. Well, leave him off on Facebook.
But
I love Facebook.
And I love Instagram. So
that's me up on Facebook. But I gotta go be a mother.
And I gotta go be a...
So we'll see you guys next week.
Cheers.